One of my favorite comedians in Eugene. I love seeing him do longer sets. This is his first time headlining, apparently, so you all are in for a treat. Everybody give a really huge round of applause to Chadhurst Sharpe. And it's hot as fuck out here, man. Sweating my balls off, I swear to God. Nah, it's fucking cold, I'm joking. When I first realized I was going to be on this show, I had an outfit planned in my head, and the weather was like, no, you don't, man. No, you don't. It's ridiculous. Listen, if you guys ever have any, non-PC thoughts and you don't know where to express them, become a stand-up comic. Let me tell you that right now. I think about, how genetics a lot, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to, the weather. Like, right now, obviously, we're all cold, but I feel like maybe I'm colder. You know what I mean? We could all catch hypothermia, but I would definitely catch it first, is what I'm just throwing that out there. It's not even just the weather either. Sometimes it's genetically I'm Haitian and I'm African, but I wasn't raised Haitian or African, I was raised African American. But even still, sometimes I'll hear African tribal music, and it stirs something in me that I can't explain it, man. I see the same thing when it's a white dude listening to breath singing from Norway, a small axe. It just appears in his hand and he throws it and he's like, Skål! I'm like, Brian, you're from Idaho, bro. What are you, Fucking A, man. Fucking A. Are you guys over Super Bowl jokes yet? Do I have to wait a year? Have you gotten your fill on Twitter? Because I'm excited to tell. I'm not a sports guy. I don't write sports jokes very often, right? I've only ever seen 3 football games in completion, and it's all 3 times in my life that the Eagles have made it to the Super Bowl. Truly, not on the way there, not in the playoffs. Once they're in it, I'm time to subscribe to Fox. I watched the last Super Bowl because we were in it, obviously, right? And my takeaway has nothing to do with the game. My favorite part was the commercials. I've learned that Super Bowl commercials have Marvel-level world building, okay? There's crossovers, there's cameos. All of Hollywood is just one shared universe, dude. If you saw the Super Bowl, you would have seen a commercial for T-Mobile, the cell phone company, and it would have been the 2 dudes from Scrubs talking to John Travolta's character from Grease. And that's wild to me because it feels weird that all 3 of them are even live at the same time. You know what I mean? I feel like 2 of them should die and reincarnate later, just to be polite, honestly. I just feel like some dude in marketing, Todd in marketing was you know what boomers love? Grease. You know what millennials love? Fucking Scrubs. Let's put those 2 together and sell some goddamn fucking cell phone plans, okay? I'm getting hypothermia on my lips, that's why I stuttered over that. No, it's true though, just bizarre. I started imagining how those 3 people meet, and the only thing I can figure out is that John Travolta's character was on his 4th triple bypass, and they were let's get a beer with this dude, he's a regular now. Let's move forward with it. And it wasn't just the T-Mobile commercial. Jesus had a commercial too. Which here's my problem with that, Rolls Royce, Corvette, fucking Lambos. If they don't need commercials, I just feel maybe Jesus shouldn't, the scale of things. Also, who doesn't know about Jesus at this point? No one saw that commercial and was who's this Jesus fellow? What's he got to offer me? What's going on here, man? Heaven, that sounds like a timeshare. That's truly wild. My biggest problem with Jesus is his PR, to be honest with you. He just doesn't seem like that cool of a dude. If you met Jesus and he was quoting that 70s show and saying things do you want to go dab? You'd be I'm going to church. I am on board for this, is all I'm saying, man. It's true. Oh, man. I don't know where my dick is right now. Listen. I'm not built for this. Listen. Oh, man. I started working remote recently, which is fantastic. I love working remote. It's great. I also like being as lazy as possible when I can, right? Like boomers have this saying, they'd be like, my boss makes $1, I make a dime, and that's why I shit on company time, you know? I take it a step further. Mine's is, my boss makes $1, I make a dime, that's why I masturbate 3 times a day during work hours. I'm very serious about it. You guys should see my Microsoft calendar. I have 3 meetings a day scheduled with a dude named Richard Black, so. All right, it's a dick joke. Exciting stuff, man, exciting stuff. I was job hunting for a bit. I'm a copywriter, so I was job hunting for a bit. And when I job hunt, I try to take advantage of affirmative action, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as good as nepotism, but it's the best I got, you know? It's true, it's true. My problem is that my name's Chadhurst Sharpe, right? So the first thing people see when they look at my resume is the name Chad, which fucks up affirmative action immediately. Fucks it up, you know? I've thought about adding a photo to my resume so when I get to the interview, I'm just like, hey, I've been black the whole time, baby, what's up, you know? Let's get with it. Honestly, my first name makes me one of 3 black people in America that directly benefit from white privilege, you know? It's true, it's true. The other 2 are Logic and Rachel Dolezal, so. This is honest to God truth, man. If you don't know who Rachel Dolezal is, and I'm gonna explain it even if everyone here does. If you don't know who Rachel Dolezal is, she was a white woman who decided she was going to become a black woman. So she went out, she tanned her skin, she got ethnic hairstyles, and she was like, I'm black now. And I have like a 2-pronged reaction to that, right? Like, as a black person, I'm like, whoa, that's fucked up, right? But as a comic, I'm like, nice. That's fucking commitment to the bit, you know what I mean? Like, that's... So imagine if Rachel Dolezal took the stage, she's like, I was black last month, you guys? Whoa! Here's 3 ways you can get invited to the cookout. Like, swear to God, dude. Swear to fucking God. Hold on, let me look at my little paper. I'm doing a lot of new stuff tonight, so we're just gonna pretend I'm still saying funny stuff. Oh man, good shit. Yeah, all right, we're doing good. We're doing good, bro. Yeah, man. I'll tell you the scariest thing to me as a millennial, it's not even the environment or anything like that, it's Gen Z. Gen Z terrifies me. Mainly because they're all fucking buff. Swear to God, they all work out. It's ridiculous. Like, pound for pound, they're definitely our strongest generation. You know what I mean? Like, everyone talks about the silent generation, the World War II vets, and I'm sure those guys could kill someone, but they're not putting up 550 on the bench press, bro. That's all Gen Z. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. I walked past a group of them, like, the other day, and what was weird to me is that their shorts were, like, up to here, which, call me old-fashioned, all right? But back in my day, my shorts and my pants were the same fucking length. My shorts and my pants, same fucking length, all right? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't understand them yet. I don't know where they're coming from with stuff, man. It's gotta be weird to be a kid these days. Everyone's online with the filters and the angles and shit, and that's gotta be very confusing, so they go to the gym. My generation, I feel like millennials, we had a different reaction to that. We just got dirtier. That was our look. We were like, those brand new Chucks, you better step in some mud, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh, man. If you listen closely, you can hear us all starting to feel warm and wanting to go to sleep. Good stuff. I was reading an article the other day. Apparently, the police have created this new hostage robot. It's a pretty sick robot. It has like all these like fucking like lethal weapons on it, non-lethal weapons for like hostage situations, and that's cool from like a mechanical standpoint, right? But my thing is, if I'm like being taken hostage, like I'm in the middle of a bank, some dude with an Uzi comes in, and he's like, "Hey, give me all the money," you know? And I'm waiting for like a special forces dude to like roll through the window and be like, "Stop right there!" But then fucking Wall-E rolls in instead. Like, I don't care about that, man. Like, I would just accept the fact that I'm going to die if a robot comes to save me. It's wild. It's wild. What's crazy to me, too, is, like, everyone's afraid that robots are going to take their jobs, but, like, I feel like every generation's had that. You know, like, I'm a writer. We got this new thing called ChatGPT that writes articles for you. And every copywriter in the world is like, no, that's our money. But at the same time, robots have been writing everything I've written for years because I have never spelled Wednesday, necessary, or February correctly the first time ever in my life. I wait for a fucking Word doc to give me that little red line and I go, yes! Thank you, Mr. Binary Code, thank you. Truly, man, truly. I am a writer, I'm word smart, which I'll tell you right now, that's the lamest kind of smart to be. It's fucking lame. Like, watch, what are you good at, man?
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. That, you would make a great con artist. At least that's profitable. At least stay away from my grandma. Seriously, he's got that. Someone else is like a mechanic. They're saving money, fixing like their starter. I'm gonna go home and write really sweet poetry. That's what I'm bringing to the table, man. That's what I'm bringing to the fucking table. I swear to God. Oh man, Diana was talking about Cocaine Bear earlier, which I don't know if you guys know this, but that's a true story about a bear that found cocaine. Which, if no one could make that up. Like, if I came up here right now and started talking to you guys about a cocaine bear, you'd be like, what is this guy? How did we get here? You know what I mean? It's wild. And I know they're going to make a sequel to it because I've already bought tickets to see it. You know what I mean? Here's my pitch for the sequel to that movie. You've heard of Cocaine Bear. Now get ready for more Cocaine Bear. I'm glad you guys enjoy bears doing drugs as much as I do. It's a community thing, you know what I mean? It's a community thing. Oh man. I also been thinking a lot about politics lately, which I don't normally do that unless it's like presidential election season. I know I'm supposed to care about every election, but if it doesn't involve the presidents, I don't care. I know I should, but I don't. It feels like non-presidential elections to me feel like the filler episodes on TV shows. You know, like if you watch a 9-episode season, episodes 6 through 8 are boring as shit and have nothing to do with anything. You know what I mean? That's what like non-presidential elections feel like to me. Like I'm there for like the season finales. Like America, we have amazing season finales, all right? End of season 1, tea in the Boston Harbor. I was like, yes, Netflix, I am still watching. You know what I mean? Like, I was all in, man. Season 42, the president got head. Amazing. Yeah, I was like 9 when that scandal happened. And here I am 20 years later, making a joke about it. Let's go. Seriously, though, the COVID art, didn't see that coming, you know? That was the reboot we all needed. Truly. Now it's a whole new world out there, you know? I actually have a COVID joke. I didn't get a chance to do it during COVID because most mics were down, everyone else had COVID jokes. So here's a COVID joke I wrote that would have killed in 2020. Thank you. Appreciate you for coming out, you know what I mean? Now, COVID was a pretty big boiling pot for us. Everyone had their different opinions on a lot of political divides, got drawn and what have you. And I'm not going to talk about that. I will say this though. I am a liberal. Most of my friends are liberals, but it's kind of tricky sometimes because like I was also in the military, so I see things differently. You know, like sometimes my liberal friends they cry over sunsets. You know, it's like, oh, it's a sunset. That's beautiful. Me, I cry over cool guns. You know. I do. My liberal friends, they're like, hey, Chad, don't you care about more gun control? And I do. I swear to God I do. But at the same time, have y'all ever shot a rocket launcher before? That shit's amazing, okay? If I could, I would make a rocket launcher theme park. You can bring your kids, I don't care. It'd be amazing, dude. It would. I did. I spent 4 years in the military. Apparently I wasn't in when Diana was in because my dick was unsubbed for 4 years. Had I known that people were just handing out blowjobs, I would have been running around. Truly, man. Truly. Man. Thank you for your service. here's a quick fact about the military that you guys might not know. You know those photos everyone has when they get out and they're like, it's like the 3.5 quarter angle and we're all in like our dress uniforms and shit. Let me tell you right now, we took those in boot camp before we actually got assigned those uniforms. So we just had a generic top on and then just like gym shorts. Every time you see one of those photos, just know they're literally half naked from the waist up. They look like the rest of us do when we're working remote, okay? Oh shit, my phone just buzzed. Probably my appointment with Richard Black. Call back, baby! Hey-o! Oh man. Alright, this is going good. I'm gonna check the paper again. When I eventually take this photo or this video to the internet, I'm not going to cross this off because I'm lazy. Let's see here. Fucking cold. That's not on here, I'm just reiterating that. And then I put my dick away, man. It was wild. How many dick jokes can we fit into 20 minutes? More dick than I can fit into 20 minutes, I'll tell you that. Oh, man. No, I am a writer though. I enjoy copywriting. I send out a lot of proposals. It's one of the things I do. I worked freelance for a few years. And when you send out proposals, everyone has their own like different format for it. Like one guy I sent a proposal to, he had a 3-question format. The first question was, what's something like you're really good at as a copywriter? And I was like, oh, sometimes I write words good. You know what I mean? And the second part was like, what's something you're really bad at as a copywriter? And I was like, oh, sometimes I write words bad, you know? But then the third part kind of threw me for a loop. So the third part was, what's your earliest childhood memory and how did it affect you? So what the fuck? Like 3 months into that gig, I'm gonna turn in an article and he's gonna be like, well, Chad, this has a typo in it, but I know it's because your mom abandoned you at a young age. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Temple is not here. That means I must be only like 12 minutes in. Nice. Very nice. Let's do a little bit of crowd work. What's your name, sir? Yeah. There's no one else over there. Don't look around. What's your name, man? Joey. Okay. There's a very easy Friends joke here. Let's see. Ma'am, what's your name? I'm joking. I know her name. It's Rachel. But your name's Joey, so I made her friend. You're good. Any Chandlers in the audience? Nice. Who said boo? Rachel, I'll drop kick you. I won't. I won't. Joey, what do you do for a living?
Behind the computer, accounting.
Accounting. Okay. All right. Joey, do you work remote too?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you do. Joey, do you wear pants to work?
Sometimes.
Yeah, buddy. I like you, Joey. We're on the same page. What about you? What do you do, Texas?
I'm an eye doctor.
An eye doctor. Wow. I didn't see that coming. That was the best interaction. I'm sorry, Joey. He's my favorite now, buddy. Robin, I know Robin. Robin's a comic. I've interacted with him a lot. Robin, what do you do?
I'm an alteration specialist for dresses.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I can't sew for shit. Yeah. I've got like 4 nice shirts with holes in it. How long have you been doing that?
Just since November of last year.
Well, that's pretty cool, actually. There's no bit there. I'm just curious. And it seems like an easy way to ask them a little bit about themselves that I'll remember next time I see them at an open mic. 2 birds, 1 joke, baby. Oh, shit. Gotta switch hands again because this one's freezing. Listen, I've been in Oregon now for a bit. I have about 10 years. Originally, I'm from Philadelphia. Let me let you guys in on something. As a black dude who exists in a mostly white space these days, anytime I see another black dude, we do this thing. We give each other a head nod, right? It's a sacred event. It's a sacred event, okay? I know you know about it. What's up, black dude? Hello, little black dude. Tracy, nice to meet you too. No, it's true though. It's true though. We do the sacred head nod, okay? Listen. Just to put into perspective for you guys, one time I was in Kansas, I was in a Walmart, and I walked by a black dude, he gave me the head nod, and I was fucking daydreaming. and I missed it, right? So then I had to like take 4 laps around the Walmart to accidentally run back into him just to give him the head nod. Like, that's how sacred it is, right? I say that to say, a couple years ago, I went snowboarding for the first time. Great event, right? We're out there, we're at the top of the mountain. It's a day of fresh snow, you know, a blue Robin day or something like that. And I'm coming up the hill and I see a black dude. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is the time for the head nod. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I give him the head nod and he walks right by me, right? Here's the thing, again, nothing but fresh snow and white people. So I know that motherfucker saw me, all right? I know he saw me, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real punchline to that joke. I'm just hoping I run into him again so he can correct it, you know? I hope it's keeping him up at night. Like, right now, he's just like, I gotta give that guy a head nod. Fucking up the balance, man. 2 minutes, wow, that went by fast. Heard that before, though, haven't I? Listen, I'll leave you guys with this, okay? I've always had this theory that this great country of ours, this amazing country of ours, would have been so much better if weed had been legal from the very beginning, okay? Right? I think we all get it. We live in Eugene. Everyone here is high right now. Marlon, I see you back there. I don't see your eyes, but I see you back there. Listen, no, I do. I do think this country would have been better if weed had been legal from the beginning, mainly because slavery would not have existed, at least not as long, right? It wouldn't have worked. And follow me on this. Imagine a plantation owner on a plantation, sitting on the top of the balcony, and instead of drinking bourbon or brandy, he's smoking weed, you know? He's up there and he's like, I whipped that guy yesterday and I don't even know him. That's pretty fucked up of me. We all come from energy. It will return to that very same energy. I gotta call Bartholomew. I want to thank you guys for coming out. It's fucking cold. Thanks for sticking around. Give it up for your host, Temple the Bard.
If you're hearing my voice right now, then you must have laughed at least a couple times to have made it this far. So I want to thank you for watching that video and encourage you to watch another. And you may be asking yourself right now as I'm speaking, why is he speaking? Who asked for this kind of weird, strange ending theme? And I'll tell you right now, it's because I bought an expensive mic in the middle of COVID and thought I would use it more. That was 2.5 years ago. That was 2.5 years ago. That was 2.5. So I'm not going to ask you to body slam that subscribe button, but I am going to ask you to tap it. Tap it just once. Go ahead. Good job.